Find the volume of the solid when the region bounded by y is equal to x cubed, y equals 1, and x equals 0 is rotated about the y-axis. Well, the first step that we should be doing is graphing our function and trying to see what the solid of revolution is going to turn into. So let's start there. Okay, so we know it's bound, we have y equals x to the third. Okay, so I'm going to do one hash mark in each direction so that I can see what this graph looks like. I know it's going to go through 0, 0, 1, 1, and 1, negative 1. It's going to have that curve feel to it like this. It's that cubic function. That's what we have here. But now our region is bounded by y equals 1. Okay, so here's our line y equals 1. X equals 0, or the y-axis, and it's being rotated about the y-axis. So we're rotating it this way. Okay, so these extra boundaries are not really needed here, so I'm going to erase them. Okay, and I'm also going to make that mirror image look so that we have our three-dimensional look here. All right, so this is the volume that we are trying to find here. And we're going about the y-axis. So we need to put our original function in terms of y. In other words, we have to solve this for x. So if we cube root both sides, we get that x is equal to the cubed root of y, or y raised to the 1/3 power. And now we can set up our integral to represent the volume of our solid of revolution. So the volume is going to be equal to pi times the integral from y equals 0 to y equals 1 of y raised to the 1/3 power quantity squared dy. Then if we square that, we have pi times the integral from 0 to 1 of y raised to the 2/3 power, and we're going to integrate with respect to y. And when we integrate, we'll end up having that the volume is equal to pi times the integral of y to the 2/3 power is going to be 3/5 times y to the 5/3 power. And we're going to evaluate that from 0 to 1. Well, if we substitute 1 in there, 1 raised to the 5/3 power is 1, times 3/5 is 3/5. So we'll have pi times 3/5 minus, and then if I substitute 0 in there, we end up getting 0. So we have 3/5 times pi as our solution. All of these answer choices are in decimal form. So I know I can rule out answer choice D, which is equivalent to 3/5. Someone who got answer choice D forgot to multiply by pi. And let's multiply 3/5 by pi. 3/5 times pi. And that's equal to 1 and about 885 thousandths, or answer choice B.